Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
From many of the same people behind the LEGO Movie games, comes a Funko Pop mashup featuring everything from The Thing to Knight Rider. There was a time, pre-pandemic, when there were 2, or even 3, new LEGO games being released every year. Nowadays though they're rare, with the last traditional one being LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga in 2022 and the next the very peculiar, not quite multi-format, LEGO Horizon Adventures. As with most things in the video games industry, it's not clear exactly why this happened, but part of it seems to be the general problem that it's no longer possible to produce a game with high production values in just a year or two, even if it is based on an existing template. What's also changed is attitudes towards the crunch, with developers being overworked, and expected to do unpaid overtime, just to get a game finished. That seems to be the reason why LEGO Star Wars designer Arthur Parsons organized an exodus to set up new Studio 1010 Games, which promotes a healthier work-life balance. Although their first game is strangely familiar, we've already had a brief look at Funko Fusion, when it was first unveiled, and while it features Funko Pop toys instead of LEGO figures, the concept initially seems very similar, in that it's a casual gamer-friendly romp through a variety of pop culture favorites. Although this time it's not limited by LEGO games never incorporating anything from adult-orientated films. Although it doesn't advertise the fact too much, all the films and shows featured are Universal Studios properties, so you've got more recent films like M3GN, Nope, Shaun of the Dead, and The Mummy, and older classics such as Jaws, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, The Thing, and the Universal Monsters. TV shows have a similarly broad range, going from the original Battlestar Galactica, Knight Rider, and Masters of the Universe to Invincible, The Umbrella Academy, and The Walking Dead. There's also a couple of video game properties in there too, with Five Nights at Freddy's and, only in the PC version, Team Fortress 2. However, apart from the story cut scenes with original characters, there's no spoken dialogue, and instead everything uses text bubbles and nonsense mumbles, similar to the early LEGO games. We still haven't been able to get hands-on with the game, but while the LEGO connections are obvious, it's clear the game isn't just the same thing with a different toy line. For a start, there's no building element, and all the puzzles seem to be much more tailored towards the individual properties. So, for example, the Hot Fuzz one involves using a black light camera to discover clues, as you visit various crime scenes from the film, led by a swan with a police emergency light on its head. The black light camera is obtained from a vending machine-like device which allows you to use any device from any of the different worlds, once they're unlocked, for a certain amount of in-game currency. Other puzzle types seem to be non-denominational, with a CCTV one that appears reminiscent of Watch Dogs, where you trace electricity lines in order to open doors and activate other electrical devices. Some properties have larger worlds than others, with the main ones being accessed from a central hub. In that sense the game is closest to LEGO Dimensions, although this is not a Toys to Life title. There are also connections between them though, such as opening a Quint's tackle shop in Hot Fuzz in order to access the smaller Jaws cameo world. Likewise, different characters can be used in different worlds, so you can have He-Man slashing zombies in Shaun of the Dead or fighting the Thing. Not only that, but certain properties bring with them unique gameplay elements, such as the ability to be bitten by a zombie and play as one afterwards. There aren't any drivable vehicles though, which seems a shame, especially as that was always a big part of the LEGO games. Although various vehicles will feature prominently, such as the time-traveling DeLorean and KITT. To compensate, the third-person combat seems more involved and violent, although until we try it for ourselves we can't say how it actually feels, especially as it's not clear that any of the team have had much experience with that style of gunplay. According to Parsons though, Ratchet Clank has been an influence, which is relatively encouraging. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection release.